Sometimes I always think I'm going to finally have some days where I don't process or go through anything, and then it just keeps going on. Every day it's like I feel like it's just a new thing to take in, new thing to process, just new things that just keep coming up. Of course, recently I just really learned to realize my ability to love and really accept another person. It's more about me and nothing to do with them. And it's true. But as I was sitting as I was sitting with those thoughts, my ego started to get a little big. And then I just started to just think of scenarios like, oh, they're not good enough, they're not good enough, or these things like that. And I realized this isn't correct fully either. And then I started to really remove the me in that. I started to remove me and realize love. And it's how much what really unconditional love is, of course, again. And just really loving without attachment. I came to that big realization just recently now. Last night, I just felt like my thoughts were wrong. They were right, but at the same time wrong, as it's not the full picture. I was still attaching myself to my love. And it's, while the love is true and my ability to love and accept is true, I need to also remove myself from it and just see the love for what it is. It's really hard to explain, but I guess you ever come to that point you realize or see what I mean. But it's not really good to attach your ego to these things, to your love, to this stuff. What does it create? It doesn't create someone that's nice. I'll say that much. So, and just, it makes you more point fingers more. But then this process really made me look more inward after removing myself and in only love. I started to look inward more. And then I started to look in my previous relationship that ended. And the realization that I actually am to blame for ending the relationship in any form. In the form it was at that time, I ended it. It was me. And I see that clear as day. I already detached from her. I wanted commitment for her. I felt like I wasn't getting the love back. I didn't like her unhealthy habits. She started to only see me in my place when she was drunk. All these things. I started to get unhappy with this relationship I had, and I got more distant. I started to look at her and just, I don't know, it just started to not feel right. And then I got distant. When I first met her, she wasn't like going out at all or anything. Like she was just completely reclusive, not going anywhere. I met her, and she said it was the first date kind of went on. She said it was like the first time she's really been out to the center of the city in like a long time. She was in a really bad place, and I brought her out of there. I see that, of course, and she saw that too. She knows it. I did give her self-confidence in herself. She started to go out more. And then she started to go to bars more, drinking, all this stuff. And I don't really like doing that stuff. She even invited me one time and I didn't go. I didn't like doing all that stuff. But then she started to do that quite frequently. But yeah, I got her from a really bad place, and then I realized I did improve her life a lot. I believe my love did help her a lot, and my care for her. I did put a lot of myself into her. I really cared about her eating more, just really making her feel like she had somebody that really loved her, that didn't want to leave her, all these things. And then I didn't technically leave, but I did get distant. And I started to pull away a bit when I really just didn't start to like her habits more. I still wanted to see her sometimes, but it just became less frequent. And then we really didn't go to each other's place for like a little while. I was busy. I was moving. I was going through a hard time. Also, at the time, I didn't have time for her. But I realized during that whole time, even when we weren't physically with each other at all, we still showed our own love to each other. We were still supporting each other. We were still talking to each other every day. We were still doing all of this stuff with each other. She supported me in multiple ways. I supported her the whole time. We were supporting each other. And then why I say I ruined the relationship is my attachment to her ruined it. I wanted this commitment. I wanted this. And then my attachment to her in the physical is what really cut it down. When I found out she started seeing somebody else, was hiding it, keeping it from me, I was very upset. I couldn't believe her. I couldn't believe what she did. I really love her a lot. And then just my attachment to her, my frustration, my anger is what ruined that connection. I was still attached to her. I wanted her in that way, in the physical way. And I wasn't just satisfied, or it's interesting to say that. It's interesting to say that because I was technically satisfied. I didn't see her for a while in the physical. We our sex was really good, of course, but I started to have thoughts like, is it even worth it? I remember having those thoughts because I don't know. I wasn't disliking our connection at a certain point. It was making me unhappy because I really wanted more with her. I really wanted to commit with her. And then I pulled away. And now my anger, frustration, all of this stuff, you know, she ended up blocking me. All this because I said the truth. When I wasn't there in the physical, she sought something else. Grabbed whatever she could. She grabbed like an old friend she had. An old friend she known for like 3 years, and that's what they, I don't know. That's what she just latched on. She just grabbed whatever she could. She didn't have me in that sense, and then she just grabbed onto whatever she could. She really can't be alone, and I left her alone. And what happens when she's alone? She seeks something else. Almost right away, within a month of like not physically being with her, she just sought out something else. And I realized that whole time, like we were still, like for 2 months, we were still talking to each other, supporting each other, being there for each other, trying to talk through our issues and things. And even getting stuff for each other. I got her stuff. She gave me some stuff. She was still thinking about me. Thinking about me, obviously, a lot, even if she was seeing someone else. And then, yeah, when I couldn't have her in the physical, I was just very upset. I felt rejected. I felt replaced. I felt all of these things. I was attached. I was angry when I didn't have that attachment anymore. And I wanted to cut it. And how she processes all of this is, she said seemed very shameful, very regretful, said she ruins everything. She assumed things. She just thought, she has abandonment issues and thought I was going to abandon her. But we still were talking to each other all the time. Every day. And still seeing each other. Just not at each other's places. We were still seeing each other. Just not at each other's places, having sex or stuff like that. But we were still spending time with each other. And then finally I sent her an angry text of like how I couldn't believe her. Like within a month's time she just replaces me with this. And I said stuff like we were so good at communicating with each other all the time. She was basically my best friend at the time. I shared everything with her. She shared everything with me. We had really good communication. And I know the person she replaced me with is not that good in communication like I was with her. And of course not as attractive. And then I got into her insecurities. I flat out said, yes, you did find whatever you could and replaced me. I did say that to her, and it hit her core. She knows that's what happened. I sent that message. She blocked me. I hurt her. She even said afterwards that she wanted to kill herself, all these things. Why? Because, yes, it's the truth, but the truth hurts. And that's what I said. But what really happened is, like, I just got attached. I got attached to her. And that's what ruined it. Ruined the connection. My attachment to her and my anger when I don't have that attachment anymore is what ruined it. Because even without the physical, we were still just such good friends. We talked to each other every day. I shared everything with her. We talked to each other so much. I really did love her. I love her so much. I love her now. I will always love her. And just my attachment, needing her in the physical, is what made me do what I did. I ruined the connection. We still had that connection. And I'm the one that cut it with my actions. She meant the truth in all honesty. We both fucked up. And it doesn't matter who fucked up more. We both messed up. And I pointed to myself, to what really killed the connection, is my attachment to her. That was what killed it. And of course, anyone listening to this, it's like, oh, she started fucking someone else and didn't tell you. Yeah, I know what you're going to say. Yeah, that's cheating, all these things and that. And you could say that. But we still had a connection, even without that physical connection. And I severed that connection. Because I wanted more. I wasn't satisfied. I loved her. Love is the wrong word for this. I was attached. I was still attached, and I lost her. I felt like I lost her in that sense. In a physical sense, I lost her. And me losing her in that physical sense is what actually ruined the connection. I did not have her in the physical. And that's what ruined it for me. For us. Because obviously she did still love and care for me and was supporting me. And I was supporting her. I tried to do everything to support her. I tried to be there for her. All these things. But yeah, it was a good realization in all this, a good self-reflection. I'm happy I went through this. I'm really happy that, yes, I realize my ability to love is great and all that. And yes, it is just love. And start to remove yourself from it. But it came to this like realization now of that. that I ruined the connection. But I think to remember, I'm not that person now that I was before. I did what I could at the time. I did what I could at the time. And at the time, that's all I could have done. I couldn't have processed it any other way. I still was clinging on to attachments, to people, to things, to her. And these things felt like they were a part of me. And that part of me goes away. You feel this emptiness. Because you yourself didn't feel enough. These people attached to you made you feel good enough. And yeah, I realize and see that now. My attachment to her ruined the connection. Everyone will say something else, and I know what you're going to say. But that was the actual cutting. That connection was already there. She already did what she did. She still wanted to talk with me, even if she's hiding that and what she's doing. So yeah. But, like I said, that's in the past. It's in the past. It's what I could have done. It's what I did at the time. It's the best I could have done at the time. I accept that. I'm different now. But at the time, that was all I could do. I couldn't love in a different way. I still just loved an attachment in that way. So yeah, I realize that now. But yeah, good video. Hope you enjoy, or myself. Doesn't matter, it's my self-reflection. But yeah, have a good one.